Greetings, traveler.
All right, here we go. We got ourselves a sliders game, ladies and gentlemen. So we got a double greater trinket coming up. Dragon, demon, murloc, naga, pirate. It almost feels like it's not in French, right? Dragon, it's just the accent of the demon, like demo, murloc, naga, pirate. ETC is very fun. You want to have as many cycle things as possible. So early stuff like skipper, busker, that helps a lot. So it looks like that's why we are going to end up going with the Cindy. Yeah, getting lasso is always a bit of a sad moment. All right, he's just going to do it like this. Okay, I like that. I like that. It's like clean, use everything in the shop turn one. Is that how I say demons in French? I think so. I don't want to say 100%. Okay, actually does get the tie. That's great. Sweet. That was a cool budget comp at 4. Yeah, Zorga played a nice Naga game. Cycle Skipper. Oh no, he can keep that in the shop and do it next turn. Of course. The one that's unreadable is Quills. Yeah, that's Huron, I think. Huron. You can tell if somebody's French and they play the game in French when we're talking about Quillborn. They will just say you will read Hurons in the chat. Like, what about Hurons? Like that'll be the sentence. Like, what about Hurons? Yeah. This is awkward. Yeah. I do like using the lasso because lasso is kind of bad for Cindy. Lasso is a basically get a random minion for 2 gold and Cindy can buy a unit for 2 gold. So whenever he uses the lasso, he just cycles it out of the shop so that he can get a better spell. Like for instance here, level coin or something. That's twice now that he's emptied the shop in 3. Huron? Yes, Huron. Yeah, my French is okay-ish, definitely not great. Honestly, okay-ish is even too much. My French is not okay-ish. All right, gets the golden trog. Okay, that's fun. It's gonna be pretty easy to trigger. He can even try to trigger it before buying the triple, but that's gonna be tricky because then it triggers and then you get it again. Yeah, he needs 2 more, which means he would have to buy a card and then buy the trog, and it's just a pain in the ass. So he's probably just going to put it on 1 and then just get it next turn. He gets a pirate. Almost always value early. That's such a... Like, that's still, to this day, for me, one of the best feelings in this game. When you take an early triple and it's an economy unit. Super fun. Yeah, especially early on, where if you give it like a small buff, it can go twice. So he did not get economy from the pirate, which is going to make it a little hard to level and buy a card. But maybe get something like a coin. We would preferably want to buy one because our Trog is going to grow then, but we'll see. Could also just cast the spell in tier and do nothing. I think so. Just going to have to accept that the Trog isn't triggered yet. It is awkward, but rolling feels bad. I don't know. We could do it. He's basically looking, okay, how much do I care about this health? Okay, he's going to trigger it. So he cares more about... Yeah, I guess if you look at it, he paid 1 gold... to gain, what is that, 8/8? Yeah. Because what he loses here is he loses the Whelpling. So he loses a little bit of tempo, but he makes it back up with the 8/8 stat buff. He also only has 3 units for the bounty, so it is starting to add up, the tempo that he did lose from the Whelp. You can argue that it's not worth, but Sliders says no, it's worth. Anything less than perfect's not good for French. I think generally people do appreciate it if you make an effort to speak their native language. But yeah, I think the French have a more stereotype who like, no. Don't even try. Not, they can hear you like start, but like, no. But again, that's a stereotype, right? That's not going to be everyone. He's considering Gambler here. We do have Cindy, and there is a Gambler in the shop. Sorry, when I say Gambler, I mean the 6-drop, right? What's it called again? Oh, wait, it's guaranteed golden. Yeah, golden pendant is actually sick. Wow, I kind of like the demons here, right? It's even though we have this pirate, it's not like you're dedicated to anything. It's just a way to fill your board. Free rerolls too. Hell yeah, that's so good. All right, he's gonna buy the 7/3 because he has Tavern Spell Generation. Yeah, just sell the 4/4. Buy that and roll, see what you get. Yeah, and pop the spell first to get an extra 2/2. Turn 6, 25 health. Golden value dude. Bounty value dude. Bigwig. All right, damn, my brain. Get an old chat. Here we go, baby. Now you need your opponents to have some kind of a token so that they can live long enough for your Bigwig to go twice. Golden value bounty buddy guy friend acquaintance. That's him right there. That's him right there, officer. Very likely just level pop the blue bounty. He has the free rerolls too. Oh, and he goes the Malkazar. Chat, we're cheating. It's the cheat. The cheat is happening right now. Don't really want to tie this, right? We want the Brandon. The guy that does the thing. Ooh. I don't think you want Callie. Just take the dragon, right? Sell Tad with Peggy. Yeah. Ooh, Venom. No. Sell that. Seems fair. We do not have more free rerolls, so it seems best to just end on this dragon and get more value. Man, this is such a wonderful position to be in. And that's also just recognizing when a lesser trinket that is usually pretty bad, borderline unplayable, suddenly becomes great because he was 100% to golden bigwig. That's good. It was 100%, right? Or what did he have on his board? He had the golden tier 1 pirate. Was there another target it could have hit? Because I know he sold the whelp. Maybe he had another target, right? Because I think he played bounty on 3 units. Maybe there was one more unit that could have hit. Either way, he got away with it. He got the insta golden. Toki does have a Bran. We want Bran. Wanna have some fun. Has the infinite beetle comp been fixed? I haven't seen it again, so I think it was fixed, yeah. It was guaranteed. Oh, the Trog was already golden. Yep. The Trog was golden. Correct, my dear chat. It was guaranteed. Yeah, that just makes it a no-brainer. I mean, when you look at it like that, you do have to identify like, hey, this is like guaranteed golden bigwig on turn 6. Like, it's pretty good. We'll take it. All right, isn't going to push the level, it seems. No, we went to 6. You're gonna just let him level on you like that, Sliders? You're gonna let him level and us not level? What is this? I thought we're tough guys. Oh, he sold his back-to-back, or used his back-to-back rather. Looks like we are gonna pick it up on the side. Oh, wait. If we get Drakari here, we're pumping. Oh, man. On Sindragosa, that pirate that buffs end of turn is just so much better. Another end of turn trigger. I mean, we just take it, right? We do have a spell that... We do want a spell that we can then trigger, right? He's considering, do I want to sell my dragon for a Tat cycle? Oil? Copy oil? You know you want to. He's thinking, do I sell my Peggy here? I think you do, right? Oh, no, wow. Keeps the Peggy. I guess it does trigger end of turn, you're right. Oh, beautiful. Gets literally the best spell in the game to copy here, chat. Objectively the correct spell to copy here. Beautiful. Here it goes. Oil. All right, give us a nice little Drakari, please. What in the... My man. It's turn 8. Sir, why don't you have minions on your board? It's turn 8 already. He's like, I'm going. Just let me cook, all right? Let me cook. I'm getting the spell power. Let me cook. Looking for the end of turn. I mean, wait. Ooh. Slams the spell power trinket. Oh, I guess he is generating bounties. Oh, there's back-to-back. He's going for double heart. Have I ever seen double heart? Oh, of course. Man, we gotta copy oil again, right? I'm guessing he's gonna copy back-to-back, but I could see myself copying oil one more turn and just holding back-to-back, but you do lose some tempo then. Right, keeping the Peggy because it's gonna golden itself does make more sense. I've been forgetting about this golden pendant. My hero power is insane. I don't even want to change that. Excuse me. Drakari! Drakari, please! Alright, he does... Excuse me. He does need to cast tavern spells from hand. So for every 6... Oh, another one of those end of turn pirates. For every 6 spells he casts out of hand, he gets... No, copy the oil. No, the Pactol! The Pactol! All right, he wants a spell power. He's not gonna get it for the first back-to-back. It's gonna be 5 out of 5, right? Yeah. So the first back-to-back doesn't have the spell power on it yet. Oh, he could get the... Oh, he could get the Naga. Oh, never mind. There you go. With the Naga, he can now buy the tier 1 spell and still end on the 5/6 pirate. Yep. Did get it. Probably taunt the Harbinger or the pirate, sure. So now he has a... What is that? +2/+2 spell power? Oh, he's on 5/5 already. He was on 3/3. Okay. And then he gets the extra trigger here. Yeah, 5/5 spell power. Turn 9. This is so clean for turn 9. Can you explain that Trinket? Don't think I've ever picked it. I pretty much never pick it myself, which is why it's very interesting that he very quickly picked it to get doubles. But I think it's because he's Syndragosa. He's able to cycle a lot of cards. If you cycle a lot of cards, you probably end up playing quite a few tavern spells. You're generating bounties with your tavern spells. Every 6 tavern spells cast from hand, your spell power increases by 1/1. So because he has 2, it's 2/2. Yeah, he's getting a lot. He's basically got another 2/2 spell power from this fight alone. Well, not from the fight alone, but with the back-to-backs included. Curse his French ingenuity. Okay, gonna go 6 now. Try to hit that Belinda, I'm guessing. Spell power. It's very cheap, too. We're playing Syndragosa. We actually made money on that Scout. Yeah. It's also very nice that he gets the Murloc that gives us a spell, because he does need to cast tavern spells from hand. Cycle the spell on the Zesty. It doesn't really do anything here, but it's one of those things that's just a good habit. He's keeping this demon package just to try and get the most value out of it. Just squeezing it. Just overconfidence for funsies here. Oh, nice. Oh, he's gonna keep rolling. Okay. Oh, he has 2 gold in his hand. I didn't see that. Yeah, it makes sense that you roll past overconfidence and keep going then. Ooh, another end of turn, a duo. Also a pirate to buff. Could cast all your spells, cycle to 7/3 and end on the Harbinger. I might not care for the duo. I mean, it's still early to play duo. Maybe you can just sell your Malchezaar. It's either that or cycle to 7/3. He is all in on this big boy. If there's a taunted Leroy, it's very sad. Okay, wait, why would you sell the Malchezaar? I feel like once we buy the 7/3, we're not buying duo. And if we're not buying duo, we just cycle the 7/3, don't we? Okay, cool. Yeah, I think if you're going for duo, you have to put it on the board this turn. Otherwise, you're taking 1 extra turn. It kind of sucks. You know, he's playing back-to-back, but the transition is very, very smooth. It's end of turn pirates with spell power being farmed from casting the bounties, and then back-to-backs being generated early. Like, this is one of the most dangerous ways to get it online, because it's very stable. He's gonna have very high HP. We're watching Sliders. Yeah, Sliders does have his song covering the thing. Oh my god. Oh, he doesn't want him. Wow, he doesn't want him. He's like, I got my trinkets. Get out of here. I guess so. Thank you for the 29, Gambler. Welcome back, man. Yeah, he has the trinkets. Ooh, the Rogers online. Yeah, Demon's not bad for Cindy either, but we got our comp. Oh my god. Bro, it's like, just give me a Drakari. I don't need more of these. Please, sir, just 1 Drakari. I'm starving. 7 dragons. Looking if he wants Leroy to end on. Basically, respect or no respect. No respect. No respect has been called. Stop respecting that man. You can buy the spell, but you have extra gold. Okay. I think it's fair. Belinda. That's not bad to cycle either. Yes, spell power. Whee! Evolve the thing for Belinda. OFC? No. Cancel the OFCs. No OFC tonight. I'm sorry, chat. Rolling 1 more, because if it is Drakari, it's insane. It's a fun shop to cycle, but you cannot really do it, right? Just roll. Probably selling out of one of the end of turn pirates next turn, because the back-to-back has way better scaling than those pirates. Bro, he's fearless with these buffs, right? I would be like, Jesus, I'm afraid of getting Leroyed. Maybe I should just do that more often. Just be like, fuck it. Yeah, he's putting 1 first, just in case taunt Leroy. Okay, that's fine. That's so funny. He has 4 individual triggers from these guys without Drakari. No taunted Leroy. Victory is ours. Yeah, it is a double Charmwing, but the stats are pretty low. And because he put all his stats on one guy, he is just going to one-shot those dragons. Even if they have a bunch of health. Well, maybe not all of them if a Charmwing buffs it too much, but basically all of them. Looks like it's all of them. And it also increases the chance that he gets to have this situation with a lot of bounties being farmed at the end. Okay, it is not a one-shot here, but still. 12 spell power. Yeah, it's going pretty quickly, especially no Drakari. There is a Mutinous. I wonder if he wants that, but the issue is that he just has that Mutinous sitting in his hand, blocking hand space, because you would Mutinous the Pirate, but the Pirate is just a good unit to have right now. I think we're just looking for this triple end of turn Pirate, and we'll sell it if we don't hit. Okay, once the Leroy. More spell power. Taunt to play around Leroy. Skips the spell power, wow. Interesting, skipping the spell power. Oh, sorry. Especially on Syndra Ghost where it only costs 1 gold. Oh, we're selling Rogers. Whoa! What? Yeah, I guess he is committed to hitting that triple then, or at the very least keep it. Maybe it's because he also really wants Drakari. Ooh, Bran. I guess we don't care now. He also has Magic Fin with Primal Fin. Oh my god. Both the Harbingers out? Okay, wow. See, this is the kind of decision making that is just really cool. Crazy how he also is comfortable buying that spell. It's kind of low quality. Okay, big spell power here. Not a Bram. Huh. That's why we watch sliders, right? That I would not see that coming so easily. And then he buys it back to end on it. Another back-to-back. Ooh, don't... Oh, that's... Isn't that wrong? Oh, because he wants to end on Leroy. He wants to end on Leroy. Look at him playing the game. Trying to win. Making good decisions and all. Disgusting. Yeah, so he values those end-of-turn pirates higher. Because he does go quite hard. He plays a lot of cards. And then he wants to get... the Leroy on the board because he's up against demons. He knows it's pretty common for that to be a great card against demons. And still very, very okay with creating a 1-threat board, essentially. Well, apart from the Leroy. This game has been pretty instructive. I might just be afraid of getting Leroy too much, because there is huge payoff to just creating this one big dude. But these end of turn pirates, I essentially would not be... I would not be too bothered by them. Losing them, I mean. And sliders just looking like, no, this is still very good stats. Because in my mind, I think we are just playing really for the back-to-back. Which means that keeping the pirates over keeping the Harbinger is worse in the long term. But because we don't have a Belinda, we don't have the... Drakari. He opted to just keep the pirates, but I guess that's not really an argument for Drakari. Man, some big cycle plays going on here. Ooh, extra bounties. Almost missed that. Selling the Rogers early was also very confusing. I would have pretty much always gotten out of an extra end of turn. Hey, Cosmo, think of it at 4. He's also very okay using his mycologists pretty suboptimally. But that's probably because it's too dangerous that you're not going to get value for them at all if you don't. Farming good money against the ghost. Oh, more money against the ghost. Nice. Missed the bounty. No, Brandon. How could you do this? We sold half our board for that card. We can just see that Sliders is thinking about this game much better. Holy, still all in on one guy. That's a lot of buffs from those pirates, yeah. I'm just trying to process this. I just saw Brand get sold and these end of turn pirates are still here. And then he sold Rogers earlier too, because I guess one Rogers doesn't do too much. Still just like the gears are turning here. Like because the reason that I'm like a little bit more quiet, I'm analyzing that like, oh, next time I'm in a similar position, would I feel like I would want to sell the Rogers Terra? And I definitely wouldn't. But I think it's just also he's so attuned to the flow of the game, and there's Belinda, what he can get away with and what he can't. And these players get so punished for losing that they don't open themselves up to like these horrible outcomes. And I think that I would have done a few of those this game, because first of all, I would have probably leaned more into the back-to-back, but that only works if you're actually hitting the cards for the back-to-back. Whereas that end of turn pirate, thank God, there it is, finally the triple. That end of turn pirate sort of works regardless. It works better with Drukhari, but your Sinragosa, you were going to play a million cards. He also had a lot of money this turn. I love buying the overconfidence, but I guess it's for the heart. Holy, is that 30-30 spell power already? It's in the top right here. It's behind the chat though, sorry. Sliders' buffs are in a very weird spot because my chat is there too. Then notice before the review. It's got double Murloc. This is where it gets a little sketchy. Yeah, he's just buying one. Interesting, yeah. Money. Just pumping spells. I think Chef's Choice was fine, but yeah, just thinking about buying another one. Okay, now we're gonna commit more in a back-to-back, and it's immediately 1300 because the spell power is so big and he's farmed back-to-back for a while. We're watching sliders. Pirate stats have to be negligible. Well, buy now, but he's been playing the game for several turns, and that's sort of my point. My point is that the risk reward was probably not correct for ditching the end of turn pirates. Also, it's very cool to see that he has this bigwig until basically the end of the game. Because I would just be thinking, oh, this bigwig doesn't really belong on a board like this. I need to get the Mutinous, I need to get out of it. But he's just like, it's bounties, it's on the board, yeah. So now he does get rid of the end of turn pirates, because now he has Belinda, and you can see that the back-to-back stats are basically making the end of turn pirate irrelevant. But that's only now, right? That is on turn 15. That's a long time. Oh, this is very fun. So I guess the takeaway for me is that you have to play more stable. And that's also, I played 1/8 today. And in that 8th, I just played what I sort of wanted to play. I didn't play for stability. I didn't protect myself from bad outcomes, essentially. And I think that's what Sliders did this game. Keeping the end of turn pirates just felt a lot safer, because that was never going to go horribly wrong. He was always going to be able to play tons of cards as Sinragosa, and then he would have eventually just generated that spell power, and then he would just figure out a way to make use of that. But if he sells the end of turn pirate too quickly, he doesn't get enough value. The one thing that still is kind of crazy to me is how we sold Rogers. Back-to-back is already 800 with Belinda. He's running out of time here, so he's starting to buy some expensive spells. Okay, we're skipping that, though. There's also Party Guest. Party Guest is really good, because it's more spells out of hand. Oof. Definitely some cool stuff in the shop there. Alright, he has a Mutinous if he wants to get out of it. Found a Drukhari, finally. Jealous of his ability to play the game with this little lag. Good computer helps. Setting your frame rate to high helps. Good internet connection helps, yeah. It adds up. I remember the first games I played with my new PC and the correct settings and everything. It was just like, oh my god. Like, I remember it being visually tough, because my shop was refreshing too fast and I was not used to it. So it was distracting to me. Like the shop was refreshing. I was just like, it's like a little startle. All right, finally we can mute it as this bigwig. It has put in some work, by the way. We are getting a lot of ties here. The opponent is a tough cookie, but we do have back-to-back, so there is going to be that inevitability to the outscale. We're skipping the spell power battle cry. We're skipping the scam. He does have mini Zarek, so he... Oh my god. We're going to take the damage. I love it, bro. Then he can buy the armor again if he wants to. He just needs money so badly. Wisdom Ball with the mini Zarek is fun. I'm guessing he is just looking for something to mini Zarek. You can mini Zarek the spell power. It's not great. Oh, Leroy. Yep. Leroy Jenkins. 46, 48 spell power. This is one of those like serious big boy back-to-back games. Oh, I guess I've seen bigger. Yeah. 6K, yeah. That is very, very solid, but especially in game reviews, we have seen people push the limits. Okay, so now we have a Leroy on the board. I'm guessing it's going to be enough. There's also kind of an inevitability to back-to-back where this could be a problem if Sliders was taking damage the whole time, but he's been tying, and at some point the back-to-back just starts to go crazy. That's a lot of stars. Looks like lethal. Bonk. GG, Mr. Sliders. Double heart. Yeah, that was fun. Oh.